Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up.
Roberta.
Good morning. That is what I think about notifications not working. Notifications are just a bunch of...
Roberta.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, all the blues in chat. Good to see you guys. That would be the moderators.
Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Moderators!
Mount up.
And of course, the members, which are the returning...
Roberta.
And the members here and my Patreon members are going to be watching the Scott Peterson documentary. I'm going to put that up today. I'm going to put that up on my community tab. If you are a member, check that out. I'm also going to post it in Patreon. So be looking for that. If you are not a member, become one today.
That's correct.
So you also get access to slow mode when slow mode is on, and you get member stickers, and I don't know, we're constantly brainstorming and coming up with new things. Good morning, Maligator. Good morning, Heather and Potato. Queen Roberta. So I wanted to talk today with you guys about that Toyota. That infamous maroon or red Toyota seen on June 14th or 15th in the Beach Creek area. More specifically, Ben Hill Road and Beach Creek Road. This truck was seen.
JB, it's we have to stand down.
Now, this truck has to belong to somebody, right? Somebody saw this truck. Somebody did. I guarantee it. So, hang on. Is that too loud on my mic, or does that sound okay? Let me know. Good morning, Angie and Samantha. Good morning, Joyce Cherry and Northern Light. Lori M. Hello. Lucia says, it sounds good here. Good morning, Damien. Good morning, Kelly. All right. I turned it up just a smidge, thinking it might make it better. It's too low. The Anointed Praise says it's too low. Roberta. The music sound is loud. Oh, is that playing? Oh, shoot. Let me turn that down. I just want that barely there. Hey, Fly High. Long time no see. Shuby Mom. LC Onesie. Jill Cranford says it's good. Tracy V. I've got Circle K coffee this morning. It actually isn't bad. Scott Skulls hearing ass with his music. Alrighty, guys, let's get into it, shall we? 200 people here. Can you guys give this a quick like as well? I would appreciate that. And here we go. We're kicking it back to June 28th of 2021. Oh, yes. And of course, we always have Puppy Cam down below. That is Summer. Summer Lou has her butt end right here. And Sweet Bella is sleeping. All right, June 28th.
enjoy dirt.
Now, authorities are looking for the driver of a red Toyota Tacoma that was in the area around the time Summer went missing, and stressing that this person is a potential witness.
Thank you so much, Painting Services by Steve. J is for just so darn freaking beautiful looking ass. Thank you, Painting Services. I appreciate you.
I've never seen this truck, and I've never heard of it until just recently. But I wish they would come forward and explain themselves. And if you're not a suspect, at least come forward and say what you've seen.
No one has been named a suspect, and authorities have not ruled Summer's disappearance as an abduction. But tonight, her parents have one plea.
Please find it in your heart, have mercy, and find a way of letting her go, and where we can get her back.
Please bring her back home.
Don't break. Just let her come home, please.
We miss her so much. Her brothers are so devastated that they wake up every morning crying for their sister. And as a mother, it really hurts to see your other children crying.
We want to mention this again. TBI says they're looking for a potential witness, not a suspect, but a witness. That person could be the driver of a Toyota pickup truck that was spotted around Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late afternoon to early evening, June 14th or June 15th. The truck is possibly a red or maroon Toyota Tacoma around 1998 to 2000. It has a full bed ladder truck with white buckets in the bed.
Today, the reward fund for Summer has been finalized. Incident Commander Tim Coop said anybody can contribute. Visit any Civis Bank branch to put money into the Churchill Rescue Squad Summerwell's reward account. If no tips lead to the little girl, the money will stay there for 6 months and then be donated to the Children's Advocacy Center.
If you know anything about the location or the disappearance of Summer Wells, even if it's just a little bit of information, investigators want to hear from you. Call 1-800-TBI-FIND. The number and the email are listed there on your screen and on our website, and remember, you can remain anonymous.
Okay, now we're going to July the 9th.
Red truck that everyone keeps talking about.
Okay, now this is a clip from the channel Unmasked. This is David Dodson talking here with these women. Let's take a listen of what David had to say when he was asked on July the 9th what was going on with the red truck.
Yes, ma'am.
Do they know who it belongs to? I keep seeing there's a guy missing. It's the neighbors. It's someone else's. Can you clarify on the red truck?
What I can share with you, and this is what Summer's parents shared with me. They and please forgive me, I can't remember the time frame. It might have been last week, but they did find a red pickup matching that description, and it was in a different county. And when they, of course, the license plates had been removed, and Summer's dad and mom both told me that when they ran the VIN number, it came back to one of their neighbors, and that's the last I heard of it. And I asked Don, who is Summer's dad, if they had heard anything else from the sheriff's department, and they had not. So I don't know if it's I don't know where that lead or what happened to that, but I do know that what Don and Candace told me is that the red truck was found, a red truck was found, and the VIN number did match one of their neighbors.
Now, is the neighbor still around? Did they talk to the neighbor that the red truck belonged to?
Summer's father told me that the law enforcement was going to be speaking to the neighbor, and that was the last that I had heard from them concerning the red truck.
Okay, so we're gonna leave that tip up. That make sure that you guys still see a truck with the ladder bed and the white buckets in the back. You guys still make sure that that's something that you guys are keeping an eye out on, because I don't want to, in case it's not the right truck, I just want to make sure we're still looking until we hear otherwise.
Yeah, right. And please continue to look.
October the 5th, 2021.
And authorities are still looking for a potential witness that was driving a red or maroon Toyota truck with a full bed ladder rack. That truck was seen in the area around the time Summer disappeared. Now, Don says he's concerned that truck is no longer in the area or could have been altered.
They've had plenty of time to change everything, you know, a lot of things, get rid of the truck, change up the appearance of it, or, you know. All you have to do is take the ladder rack off or whatever, and, you know, it don't take much.
A private investigation company is also now assisting.
They're there for us. They're good people. They're just wanting to help find Summer, and that's their number one goal.
Dawn's.
Okay. So that was in October, just to clarify. So they were still saying they're looking for it in October. They're still saying they're looking for it now, but I'm just proving a point that it was always being looked for. Now, this is an interview with Jeff Bobo. I think that's his name, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a local guy.
We still got our God, and we still, he's, I mean, you know what I mean? He's got to put our faith and trust in him. He's the only one that knows where she's at. Right.
Well,
I guess I just wanted to ask a couple of quick questions about, since we last spoke, have there been any new developments or any changes in No, not at all. And I saw where Friday night after sundown they called everybody back. Yeah, there was some sort of tip or something, and we seen, you know, blue lights up and down Beach Creek, and the helicopter flew till like 4 in the morning, looking around, you know. So we was up till 4 in the morning, being hopeful that they, you know, find something, but there's nothing.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is it's maybe some human trafficking ring seen her on Facebook and tracked her down, like someone, you know, that somebody is taking her out of the area, and I don't know whether a human trafficking ring or what or who, but I mean, I knew from the first day she wasn't in the area, right? You know. Well, did you guys go to church on Saturday? Yes, sir. What was that like? Did you guys, I mean, this is the first time you've been back since this happened. Yeah, when we first, you know, we got there at 9 o'clock, and they had a vigil for Summer, and they had all kind of pictures up on the screen, and we know when Summer run around that whole church and visited everybody, and so when we first went in there, we both broke down, of course. Me and my wife broke down, and we had to go outside. But they've been very supportive, you know, of course, and everybody has. Law enforcement's been very supportive and very good to us. But yeah, it was. I mean, it was just missing Summer. I wish she could be there. Yeah, the thoughts of her not being able to be there with us and with the people that she loves so much, it was heartbreaking. Right? You know. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You're fine. Go ahead, buddy. Well, I was just going to see. One thing I neglected to ask you last time we spoke was just, can you tell me a little bit about Summer? What kind of a child is she? What is she like? Well, I have a video, and it's on TikTok. That the last video that my wife made of her, and she's got a couple more, and I'd really like to share them with the public. Okay, but I don't know how to do that. Yeah, you could. Are we allowed to go up to your house now? No, but you know, I get her maybe to meet you at the church, but she don't want to do no interviews because everybody's turning this into, you know, I don't know if you guys have been reading Facebook, stuff like that, but there's some pretty negative stuff online. Yeah. And they're calling her the Boswell something. I can't remember what it was exactly, but it's pretty bad. I guess, yeah, that's another thing I was going to ask you is and I don't think that the media has been disrespectful, and I have tried not to be. But I know that in this age of social media, which we're probably close to the same age, and we didn't grow up like this, but in this age of social media, everybody can get online and say anything they want. And I was just wondering how that has affected you and your family. Are you trying to stay away from it, or have you read it?
My wife can't help but to be on there because she's looking for clues. Yeah. She can't help it.
His wife can't help but be on social media because she's been looking for clues.
Right. This negativity, is tearing her apart, and that's why she don't want to do any interviews, because she's afraid they lash out on her even more.
Yeah. I don't follow it as close as I should. What kind of things are they saying?
They're calling her I can't remember, the Boswell something, but I can't remember what it was. They're comparing her.
Now, when he says Boswell, he's talking about a baby that was missing and then was found deceased there in that area. And the thing I think that has really bothered me for like the last month or so is that I didn't follow that Boswell case. And I'm still really not following it. But I heard more about it when it was in the news a couple weeks ago. And I found out that she was found on the same road or lived on the same road as the dude there who got arrested for the porn, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they live on the same road, or the road that the baby was found on was the same road that he lived on. The Donald Sherfy Jr., I think his name is. Oh, it's been 2 years, Scott H. Hi, Yennefer. Look at all of the Kingsportians here. And I saw YouTubian here, too. That must be the new term these days. YouTubian. Yes, Sherfy Jr. Yeah, so the senior guy lives, or his girlfriend lives, across from the Wells. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm looking at chat. So Sherfy Sr.'s girlfriend is Donald Wells' stepdad's sister. So it's Donald Wells' step-aunt that Senior is with. Senior used to be a cop. So Junior, I'm not quite sure what he did for a living. I mean, I know what he was trying to do for a living, but so Senior's son was the one arrested with thousands of images of child porn. Okay, so Sherfy Jr. or Senior lives on Ben Hill. Now, what's interesting about Sherfy Jr., and I talked with another creator about this because they had, talked about this Sherfy guy as well. I'll go back through it, Marilyn. And the weird thing is that this Junior, the one that was arrested, his brother, yes, Maligator, exactly. She read my mind. His brother, now not him, but his brother owned or owns a red Toyota Tacoma. And when we ran the VIN number on that Tacoma, it came up as being unregistered in the state of Tennessee on June 21st of 2021. And it was registered in Kentucky on June 21st of 2021. So a week after Summer got gone, Junior's brother's truck was taken and registered in Kentucky. And that kind of matches. Let's listen to David Dodson again. Knowing what we know now, I mean, I'm sure they've checked it out. You would think, right? Yes, Evelyn's case is her mother is being tried. So here's David again on
red truck
this is on the red truck, and he's telling us what the Wells has said to him about an update. Now this is on July the 9th. July the 9th. Whoa, Brianna B, that's kind of twisted. Who would say that about someone who had all that on their computer and was sending it out? Gross.
Everyone keeps talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
Do they know who it belongs to? I keep seeing there's a guy missing. It's the neighbors. It's someone else's. Can you clarify on the red truck?
What I can share with you, and this is what Summer's parents shared with me. They and please forgive me, I can't remember the time frame. It might have been last week, but they did find a red pickup matching that description, and it was in a different county. And when they, of course, the license plates had been removed, and Summer's dad and mom both told me that when they ran the VIN number, it came back to one of their neighbors, and that's the last I heard of it, and. I asked Don, who is Summer's dad, if they had heard anything else from the sheriff's department, and they had not. So I don't know if it's I don't know where that lead or what happened to that, but I do know what Don and Candace told me is that the red truck was found, a red truck was found, and the VIN number did match one of their neighbors.
Now, is the neighbor still around? Did they talk to the neighbor that the red truck belonged to?
Summer's father told me that the law enforcement
Can we get some red
was
flags
going to
up
be
in
speaking
chat?
to the neighbor.
Can we get some red flags?
And that was the last that I had heard from them concerning the red truck.
Actually, let's get some white flags. Let's throw up some white flags because we need all these mofos to surrender and let us know what they know. Now, am I saying if that truck had anything to do with this Sherfy guy? I have no idea. I'm just showing you what I found, and I'm sure that the authorities have definitely checked this out. But nonetheless, this may not have anything to do with Summer, but there's a lot of things going on in this area that I think are, getting in the way of finding her, if you will. I mean, that's just, look at all the white and red flags. The interview, he lies. He said he's never been to Ben Hill later. Says he dropped off pizza at the house. There was a rumor that unregistered truck was Tony Hammond's. Yeah, I don't know. This is from Unmasked. I don't think this is up anymore. I'm not sure. But this interview that they did with Dodson was on July 9th of 2021. But what he's saying is exactly what I saw, what was sent to me, that Sherfy Jr.'s brother, and I won't say his name because he hasn't been arrested for anything, but he does have a registered Toyota Tacoma that's red, and it was unregistered in Tennessee and registered in Kentucky on June the 21st, a week after Summer got gone. I think it's not just a stab in the dark. Hi, Kim Maple Syrup. We've heard so many things about this truck. We've heard there was camera. We've heard this, that, the other. We're going to listen to David one more time on this truck, and then I'm going to pull up the TBI and read to you what they are saying about the truck. Okay? So we're going to go to the official statement after this. And I didn't save I just have a clip of the truck part. I don't have this whole interview. Alicia, yes, I went over that last night.
Red truck that everyone keeps talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
Do they know who it belongs to? I keep seeing there's a guy missing. It's the neighbors. It's someone else's. Can you clarify on the red truck?
What I can share with you, and this is what Summer's parents shared with me. They and please forgive me, I can't remember the time frame. It might have been last week, but they did find a red pickup matching that description, and it was in a different county. And when they, of course, the license plates had been removed, and Summer's dad and mom both told me that when they ran the VIN number, it came back to one of their neighbors. And that's the last I heard of it. And I asked Don, who is Summer's dad, if they had heard anything else from the sheriff's department, and they had not. So I don't know if it's I don't know where that lead or what happened to that, but I do know that
I don't know. He doesn't know.
Candace told me that the red truck was found. Or a red truck was found, and the VIN number did match one of their neighbors.
Now, is the neighbor still around? Did they talk to the neighbor that the red truck belonged to?
Summer's father told me that the law enforcement was going to be speaking to the neighbor, and that was the last that I had heard from them concerning the red truck.
Okay. So we're gonna leave that tip up and make sure that you guys still see a truck with the ladder bed and the white buckets in the back. You guys still make sure that that's something that you guys are keeping an eye out on, because I don't want to, in case it's not the right truck, I just want to make sure we're still looking until we hear otherwise.
Yeah, right. And yeah, please continue to look.
Okay, so you may say, well, if that was it and that's a true story, then they already looked into it and ruled it out. We don't know if they've ruled it out. They may still be looking for other people who may have seen the red truck. It doesn't mean that they didn't find the red truck. Just because they're still asking people to come forward who may have seen that red truck doesn't necessarily mean they didn't find out whose it is. They may want more people to come forward if they say, hey, we found the red truck. Then no one's going to hear about it, and no one else who saw it is going to come forward. So you got to look at it from a couple different ways. Yeah, ruled out Robin. We'll get to that. There we have ruled out Robin right here. So we're going to get to that. Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. I do know that they were doing some things behind the scenes to creators that wasn't so nice. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I am not sure.
Roberta.
But at any rate, that was from their thing. Now I'm going to read to you what the TBI is saying right now about the truck. And I'll actually pull this up so you guys can see it as well. But they are still saying they want anyone to come forward who may have seen the truck on the 14th or the 15th. Now, if that was a family member who was going up and down that road.
Ashley, nobody said yikes, he hasn't come home, Ashley.
Alrighty. This is the TBI update for summer, and this has the pictures from the other day, which I haven't seen these ones. Marzi dotes. Didn't that Don neighbor's son, I don't know if he's a child molester, but he had child pee on his computer and he was sending it off. Thousands of images. And I'm troubled that it appears that the Wells had a camera down in the basement in the corner. And their neighbor's son was arrested for having multiple thousands of images that he was sending out. He wasn't receiving them. He wasn't looking at them. He was sending them, selling them. Right here. Here's an interesting part of this update from December 15th. We would also encourage the public to be cautious about donating to private individuals who claim to be working with law enforcement on this case. We've been made aware of several individuals who appear to be using Summer's disappearance for their own personal gain. And we'll read through a little bit of this. Hi, Miss Robin.
Roberta.
When was Summer last seen? Her mother reports last seeing her on the afternoon of June 15th at their home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we will not provide additional information regarding the timeline.
JB, it's we have to stand down.
Have you searched the home and property around the residence? Yes, more than once, including the basement, crawl space, all vehicles. They have a crawl space too. That must be where the puppies go. All vehicles, outbuildings, barrels, and other items located on the property. Additionally, canine teams specializing in a variety of search methods have been also utilized. Have you searched the phones and computers belonging to the Wells? Yes. Working alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, numerous subpoenas and search warrants have been obtained, resulting in any available digital evidence being collected, searched, and documented, and this includes social media accounts. Have you searched the flower bed? There was not a flower bed. Summer's mother and grandmother stated that she was planting flowers with them shortly before she was last seen. The flowers were planted in pots, and yes, the pots were examined. Tribal Gal, I thought Adventures with Purpose was no longer searching for missing people. I thought they were only searching for vehicles. Exactly, Maligator. Yes, the cacti. Have you searched waterways? Yes, dive teams were brought in to search bodies of water in the area. And they searched water the other day. They had divers there from the FBI TBI. So maybe they don't need YouTubers right now. Have you conducted aerial searches? Yes, numerous searches from the air have been completed, especially during the first few weeks after Summer went missing. Additionally, drones were used to map the area and pinpoint bodies of water, as well as any points of interest. Will additional searches be conducted? Investigators will continue to search points of interest as they are developed, as well as follow up on all tips regarding Summer's whereabouts. Subpoenas. Have you collected and reviewed surveillance? Yes, we have, from several locations, photos and videos, and the entire area was canvassed in an effort to locate any residential cameras that weren't voluntarily reported. Please keep in mind, the Beach Creek area of Hawkins County is a very rural is very rural with few businesses and no traffic cameras. Have you questioned the parents? Yes, both have been questioned. Have you questioned neighbors and searched their properties? Yes. Have you questioned registered sex offenders in the area? Yes. Is there evidence that Summer was abducted? None that we've developed at this stage. Is the FBI involved? Yes, they've been involved since the Amber Alert was issued. In the first week, the FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team responded to the area. FBI agents continue to assist with the investigation.
That's correct.
These guys got this, okay? They got this. The YouTubers are definitely standing by. We are. We have got Summer's back. Why did you release information about a Toyota truck? An individual who travels through the area regularly as part of his job stated that he recalls, possibly underlined, seeing a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed, ladder rack, and white buckets in the bed. The individual stated that the truck might have been parked, might have been parked in the area of Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late afternoon to early evening on either Monday, June 14th or Tuesday, June 15th. Thank you, Patty, for the super sticker. And thank you, Shell, from the super sticker earlier. And I know I missed a couple, but thank you so much, you guys. And I had someone send a couple things from the Amazon wish list. There was no name on, there was no tag. So thank you for the keyboard and the mouse. Whoever sent that, greatly, greatly appreciated. So what do you think of that? Parked. The vehicle was not captured on surveillance. So it wasn't on the surveillance. Sherfy's son, who I won't name, has a red Toyota Tacoma. Like I said, spackle buckets. That vehicle was not captured on surveillance. In an effort to cover all bases and identify the driver, the TBI, in agreement with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, released the vehicle description. Our hope was that the individual might have information that could help the investigation. The driver has not come forward, nor have the hundreds of vehicles reported to us as matching the description panned out. That is the latest on the truck. I know the dogs are going nuts. So here is another one, okay? This is from 6/26. So this is from June 26th. It says, no matter how insignificant it may have seemed at the time, every detail is important. In the process of doing this, we received information that a Toyota pickup truck was seen in the area of Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late afternoon to early evening on either Monday the 14th or Tuesday the 15th. The pickup is possibly a 98 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack along with white buckets in the truck bed. We have been unable to identify the driver of this truck. Due to this, we are asking this driver to contact us at 1-800-TBI-FIND. We would like to speak with you to confirm this information and ask what you may have heard or seen at the time. If you are the driver of this truck, please contact us. We want to stress this individual is not a suspect, but is a potential witness who may have heard or seen something that may help us in our search for Summer.
Maybe we can help him solve this mystery.
Yeah, Sherfy Senior lives there, though, is what I'm hearing. And everyone's like, Sherfy said his son wasn't questioned about Summer. What makes you think anyone is going to tell the truth at this point? I mean, KK Nichols, Jody Sue saw a flash of red going up the driveway, not the Subaru. Really? So, Southern Magnolia Belle, are you saying? What are you saying? Jay, quick question. Do you ever get weird looks from your dog when you cover this case and say Summer's name so much? Not really. I always wonder, like, if she's gonna look up one time when I have like YouTube on the TV or something, and here's her name. Sherfy said he visits there on the weekends. Okay, yeah. So his girlfriend lives there, so obviously there would be traffic in and out of there. I don't know why we would try to discount the semantics, whether his girlfriend lives there or not. I mean, he's been there during the week, even when the Bullhorners were there. He was there that day. We totally do. We just need the mystery machine.
And it would have been mine if it hadn't been for those meddling kids.
I mean, we don't know who's telling the truth, but we do know that Sherfy Jr.'s son, or Sherfy Sr.'s son, who comes up at the same address as Junior, okay? They came up with the same address. The dude that was uploading Child P comes up at the same address as the brother that has the Toyota red truck that was taken out of the state of Tennessee to Kentucky and registered on June 21st, 2021. Croc Rock, I don't know what to tell you. I did not hear that. But I'm just saying, I feel like that was a camera. I know you guys are all saying he said it wasn't. I just feel in my gut that's a camera. My gut.
We planted flowers on the side of the house.
Sherfy Sr. is good friends with Frank Light. I'm not sure who Frank Light is, to be honest. I mean, I've heard the names. I don't know these people. But we know for a fact this case has more holes than Swiss cheese. Ain't that the truth? Ben Hill Road Lollipop Gang, child trafficking ring players. In my opinion, JPSU Rock. Lollipop. What does that mean? Oh my God, you guys chill. KK Nichols, I can't get over Junior having a red truck being the child. He didn't have it, though. He didn't have it. It was registered to his brother. And I'm not going to say his brother's name, but it was registered to his brother. Hello, suspicious. Oh, suspicious oddcast. Guys, chill. Oh my God. They are. They're crazy. Sherfy Sr. ran hogs off? What does that mean? Hogs. Who are the hogs? The Bullhorners? Are they the hogs? Are they the hogs of Hawkins? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Frank is a neighbor that has horses? Oh, heels on the ground. Yeah, I never called them that. That was never my name for them. I had something like this that was a little more fitting.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Frank is a bad man. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about. Yes, no matter what, those kids should not have lived there. They slept on a cement floor on a nasty mattress in a dark dungeon, for real. Samantha Lee, I'm not sure. Good question. So again, here is, I'm going to show you the picture of, just so you guys know who exactly we're talking about. This is Sherfy Jr. Summer Lou wants to play. I know. What's up, Youper? So, oh, that's the guy with the Ziggy and the Bones? I thought that was Frank Hill. I get these confused, these names and people. So this is Sherfy Jr. What up, Carrie? Yeah, that was Fred Hill that Ziggy met with. They're talking about Frank Light. Is there a Fred Light? Jesus. I can't keep it straight.
Creep Town, dude.
Fred Hill is the Bones guy. Frank Light is in the background of the fair pictures with the wells. Miss Robin, was Sherfy Jr. ever interviewed by police? They said they talked to all the sex offenders in the area, so I would imagine so. But does anyone know if this dude is in jail right now, or... It's Tiffany, I get him like totally screwed up too. There's all these Franks, Freds, Dons. So Frank Light went searching for Carly Trent. Right? Yeah, I get him confused too. Well, no, he's not registered yet. However, he was arrested and charged. So I would hope that they looked into him. He had a court hearing on the same day as Boswell. Can we find out what happened there? His dad said they didn't talk to him, but we don't know if that's true. We don't know if that's true. Yeah, right? So he's probably out on bond. And if he's awaiting trial for that, his trial's in April, Swanenberry. Are there court records available online? This is Donald Sherfy Jr. He was arrested for uploading numerous thousands of pornographic images of children. We need to follow his case. So that is Sherfy. We'll just keep him right there, because his brother has a red Toyota Tacoma. And he's been arrested for child P. So he's fair game to talk about here, in my opinion. This isn't some innocent dude. And again, if you would like to send the puppies some toys or treats, they have picked out their favorites and put them in the Amazon wish list. They sat down with me one night and said they pawed at what they liked. Okay, so let's go back to our little presentation here. We're going to go back to our little thing I put together. I agree, Southern. And I'm sorry, I thought you were like, I took your thing wrong. Hey, rescue our children. Cam covered lengthy details, and there was a ring of 4. 1,000. Yes, so there was thousands and thousands and thousands. Looking beyond. At first, I thought that was Cam. I know he did look familiar when I first saw him, too. I was like, God, that dude looks familiar. But I think a lot of these people start to look the same. I want to know who Sherfy Sr. was talking about that's in witness protection. I didn't know he said that. You guys see a lot more than I do. Cherie, did you send the chicken and waffles? If thank you so much. Yes, they love them. And the bones. Thank you, Cherie, for the chicken and waffles, for the chicky and the bones. They absolutely love them. Thank you. You guys say thank you to Cherie. Come here, Summer. Say thank you. Say thanks for my treats. I love them. Thanks for making my dogs happier, guys. That's sweet.
What it was exactly, but it's pretty bad.
I guess, that's another thing I was going to ask you is and I don't think that the media has been disrespectful, and I have tried not to be. But
oh my God, you sent me the fun dips. I love the fun dips. Thank you so much. I didn't know that was from you either. They need to make it better where you can label to the people you're sending to. Sometimes there's nothing in there. And I want to thank everyone. So thank you so much. And again, whoever sent the wireless keyboard and the wireless mouse, thank you so much. Aw, thank you, Cherie. I'm not going to lie. They already finished the bones. They love them, though. Thank you. All right, so we're going to go back. This is Donald talking to Jeff Bobo, I believe his name is. He's interviewing Don, doing a phone interview, and he's asking him what he thinks happened to his little girl.
I know that in this age of social media, which we're probably close to the same age, and we didn't grow up like this, but in this age of social media, everybody can get online and say anything they want. And I was just wondering how that has affected you and your family. Are you trying to stay away from it, or have you read it?
My wife can't help us to be on there because she's looking for clues. Yeah. She can't help it. Right. But this negativity, is tearing her apart. That's why she don't want to do any interviews, because she's afraid they lash out on her even more.
Yeah.
Is that what she's afraid of?
I don't follow it as close as I should. What kind of things are they saying?
They're calling her I can't remember, the Boswell something, but I can't remember what it was. They're comparing her to that, and just all kind of negative stuff.
How does that make you feel when you see that kind of stuff?
Well, to me, I just hang on to, I hang on to what good people say. I don't listen. We've been dealing with, even in Tucker Drywall, we deal with all kinds, and and of course I've been to prison. I try to be around good people. I listen to what they say and what God says. The rest of them can, what?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's got to be hard on your wife, though, to have to see that stuff.
She's not taking it well. She's having a hard time. She's up and down, and then, she really is. She needs some support, and of course, our church members try to come up there, and they're just not letting anybody up there.
Right. And I guess you guys are, I don't know what.
They're not letting anyone up there, he says.
What that road looks like, but if it's anything like where I grew up, it's pretty spread out, up a holler. Not a lot of close neighbors to talk to.
They've been all through there with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah.
Several times over. She's not in the area.
Yeah. I just can't imagine who would be bold enough to go up a holler, a blind holler that, unless they had done some research or something and knew what they were looking for. And then they have to time it right. It just seems it's hard to believe that something like that can happen.
Well, it could be someone pretty desperate for money or whatever, or I don't know what their angle is, but yeah, they'd be pretty desperate.
Well, I guess, how are the kids doing? How are your sons doing?
It seems like they handle it better for some odd reason that I don't understand. My oldest boy, though, he'll stop from time to time and say he misses his sister, stuff, but, your mind has a way of forgetting every now and then. I find myself doing it too. Every now and then but then it comes like flooding all back, of course,
Yeah.
I might get away from it for about 15, 20 seconds, but it'll all come back. That's the first thought on my mind when I wake up.
Well, do you remember what your last memory was of summer, what you all were doing?
Probably the night before, she wanted to twirl. She wanted me to, I just hold her in my hand while she twirled.
You like to twirl.
She considered herself a ballerina.
Okay, what? The night before, she wanted to twirl. Huh? Okay, what did Amber say? What did you guys not hear before? I missed something. Amber Nix. I think he wasn't looked at in the beginning because he is listed in a different county, and maybe LA didn't realize his dad stayed by Summer. Yikes. Scott, ain't no one risk seeing going up in that holler, Don. I heard Candace didn't get on camera for 2 weeks because Don battered and bruised her face. This is gross if this is where he mentions, ooh. Does he?
The night before, she wanted to twirl. She wanted me to, I just hold her in my hand while she twirled. Because that's what she considered herself a ballerina or a princess kind of thing, 5 years old.
Yeah. She likes to dance. I saw that video of her dancing in the rain. That was real cute.
That's the video I was wanting to get out. She asked if at all possible.
Okay.
I'd like everybody to see that.
Are you working today?
I'm trying to. I'm here talking with my employers now.
Yeah. I don't see how you could. I wouldn't be able to work under these circumstances. It's too much.
Yeah, it is. It's too much, but I'm just trying to have hope and faith in God that He knows all things and that He will protect her is my hope and prayer.
Yeah.
Wherever she's at, and that He will turn it all around someday, to glorify His name. That's what my prayer is. I mean, Daniel was led into captivity, and I don't know. He trusted in God the whole way, all the way through it all. Even to the point of being put into the fiery furnace. Right? He was willing to do that for his God, and that's the only thing I can, lean to is people like him. And maybe she's got enough experience in the church that she'll never forget it, and maybe that will lead her back home someday. That's my prayer.
Was there anything that was said at church or any kind of fellowship that gave you a little bit of comfort on Saturday?
Oh yeah, all kind of stuff like that. Yes, sir. I can't remember specifically, but just I don't know, just having good people there for you. It's a comfort. People willing to talk to you. That's the main thing.
Right.
All I can do is put it in God's hands.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess that's all I was going to ask you about, unless there's something else that you wanted the public to know about what's going on.
No, just that.
Does your family need anything? Because I know it's probably hard for you to get out and get necessities and stuff.
No, we are absolutely fine as far as that goes. Everybody takes the searchers and the police, all kind of stuff, and they've been bringing us a lot of that stuff to our house. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
they really ramped it up this weekend, didn't they? They brought in a lot more people.
Yes. Yeah, and they're not stopping. They're not stopping. But I just, feel that she's not in the area, and they know that. But they still have to search.
I think, maybe they could find a clue or something too of who was out there. That might be another.
Yeah, they're still looking for 2 more people of interest that have been through there.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What kind of people are those?
I have no idea for sure. I mean, and a lot of this might be speculation because I tried to ask them about it, and they just say we're looking into it. Just hang on. And they won't give them any information to higher ups, and and I can't. I try to help and everything, and I can't do nothing that they ain't doing already.
Right. Okay. Well, I continue to pray for you, and my wife prays for you. We know this has got to be the most horrible time, and it's just like it's unimaginable.
To an interview she did with a local news station on social media, she's saying she's being targeted and harassed, but she's going to listen to a random on Facebook and trust them far enough to cross out this truck that was the only lead in the case. Okay, so now this is a live that I did with Cher, and we were talking about the fact that we know as early as August 2nd, we can prove from social media, as early as August the 2nd of 2021, Robin said that she was told on social media, on Facebook, that the truck was ruled out. Think about what Dodson said. And ruled. So was Robin being also told this by the Wells and being manipulated out?
Yeah, and then actually mail those flyers out for people to hang and everything. And on the side, tell people that someone probably painted the truck too. She really wants attention off that truck.
Yeah, I mean, she wrote ruled out, and that shit was not ruled out by any stretch of the imagination. So that is a little brief history on the search for the truck. Now, this is from my live stream yesterday. And putting all this stuff together, I just don't know, Roberta. The light outlet down there in Summer's bedroom.
Summer and Little Waylon was.
I will be right back, you guys. I gotta run to the ladies' room. So Summer and Little Waylon were down here, she says. So I don't know. Is this the bunks over here? I see like a teddy bear up top. Never really looked at this too well. Not really. My dogs are even shook. They're like, whoa. They're like, whoa-age. I mean, if you guys want, I'm going to put the link to this video, and it's crazy because this video has been out since July. We all watched this in July. I mean, most of us did. I've watched it I don't know how many times, and I'm still catching new things, so I know what he said, Jack. I get it. I get it. We'll talk about that later, but let's talk about the timeline and Grandis. Let's keep going.
It's only 9.
Okay.
And they stayed down here. And these are all her toys, all her Paw Patrols,
all her movies.
Yeah, I just want to, all her movies. I just want to make mention here of, she says, here's all her toys. Where? I don't know how to get rid of this bar down here, but where's all her toys? I see something weird and yellow. I see a mattress and like something blue. All her toys. Sure looks different than it did on Dr. Phil, didn't it? Yeah.
She's got a movie about
The Savior?
The boys.
Yeah, she's got a movie about the Savior. Exactly.
What?
Well, wait till you see what's on the other side of that wall. Just wait.
Brought back down here.
Thank you,
after
Rita.
She went missing because I didn't want them upstairs by themselves.
Thank you, Rita, so much for your super sticker. I appreciate you. So she moved their stuff downstairs because she didn't want them upstairs by themselves. But Summer was last seen downstairs. Thank you, Stacy Lynn, for your support. You and your dad rock. Okay, I'm back.
Respect you.
Oh, thank you, Youper. Youper says, look for something from your wish list. PJ Prepper, she said, I've been collecting them from the beginning. Yes, she did. Miss Robin, I don't know. I haven't seen anything really. I watched McDonough and hey, Digger, I didn't see you before. Hope you're doing good today. So why would she move their stuff downstairs if Summer got gone downstairs? Just like why would you send the boys down by the creek if you think someone just took Summer?
I don't know. He doesn't know. He does not know.
And this is all her toys.
All her toys. All these toys that are down here are dang near all her, except for like the trucks and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the game system. That's the boys'.
Okay.
But them are all her.
Them are all her toys right there. Poor Summer.
Her toys.
And she's really into Paw Patrol. I see that.
Yeah, I've been collecting from day one. And these are all her little ponies that I've gotten. And then these are them girls that she likes. Them new fashion, I don't know what they are, little princesses or whatever. She's like all kinds. Here's one of them bracelets.
Oh, that's just one of them what do they call these? Oh, this is Little Pony bracelets.
I slowed it down so that we can see a little bit better as we watch, so no one is intoxicated, no one's drunk, no one is anything. This is slowed down one notch. Thank you.
I don't know what they were really called, but she liked them, and so I just, every time I go to the garage sale, I'd buy her what she wanted.
She liked to twirl.
You know, whenever I got a little bit of money, I spend it on the kids.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back a couple seconds here. And let's look at all those toys she was just telling us about. Oh, whoops, there's the camera. Okay,
I don't know what they are, little princesses or whatever. She's like all kinds. Here's one of them bracelets.
Oh, that's just one of them what do they call these? Oh, this is Little Pony bracelets.
Yeah, I don't know what they were really called, but she liked them, and so I just, every time I go to the garage sale, I'd buy her what she wanted.
Okay.
You know, whenever I got a little bit of money, I spend it.
Okay, this is what she's saying. How do I get rid of that bar?
On the kids.
Like, how do I get rid of that so you guys can see down there? Theater?
You're welcome.
Ew. Okay, does that give you a better view of what we're talking about? On the right side of the room is the light bulb with the outlet. And then in the corner, hold on, let me.
Yeah, this is her.
I understand her.
This is. Yeah.
Yeah. We all understand Little Summer now, don't we? You guys can think that's an outlet all you want. I think it's a freaking camera.
Her,
See that? Yeah. Peachy, don't yell at me. Do not yell at me. And stop telling me what it's not. Go make your own video. I think it's a damn camera. Oh, hold on. All right. Hold on, alligator. Ooh. Yikes. Okay, this is a little info on Sherfy that Maligator just sent. So it says Blounteville man charged with aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. The Sullivan County Sheriff's Office recently received tips from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children regarding child pornography being uploaded to the internet from a residence in Sullivan County. Detectives began an investigation into the tips and determined that the IP address of the suspect came back to a residence in Blountville. Investigators were provided with the username of the Snapchat and Instagram accounts that the suspect was using to transmit the pornography. The suspect's date of birth was used on the accounts, was also provided. The search warrant was obtained for his residence, 2408 Muddy Creek Road, Blountville, and was executed this morning. I don't know the date on this. Maybe Maligator can tell us the date. Investigators spoke with a resident, Donald Wayne Sherfy Jr., and he admitted to possessing and distributing the pornography. Donald Wayne Sherfy Jr., age 28, of 2408 Muddy Creek Road, Blountville, however the hell you say it, was taken into custody, Nastyville, and charged with 4 counts of aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. He remains incarcerated with arraignment pending. But what is the date on this? Because I heard he bonded out. He was bonded out before summer got gone. Oh, Amber Nick says it is the bracket that holds a camera and they took the camera. Okay, if you guys say Chris M said something was an outlet, yes, there is an outlet down here. It's on the wall. This is it. This is not what we're This is not what we're talking about. Being the camera. This right here is clearly a light bulb with a plug. That's why I pulled that up. Ah. So he was charged officially in October. But has he been arraigned? You need to look under hearings and see if he's been arraigned. Yes, there's a black cord plugged into underneath, like it's one of those ceramic light bulb sockets. And there's a plug. Right, Pamela. Why are you wanting that to be something that Summer went through? Yikes. We're talking about the camera because I think there's confusion. Because this right here is the light bulb's outlet. Now check this out. This right here is a camera. Okay? You can clearly see the cords going up the wall. If you look right here. I don't know if it's a bracket or if there's a camera in there, but it clearly is not flush with the wall. No one is going to put a camera or an outlet where this is at. They're just not. It makes no sense.
Creep town, dude.
He was arrested on May 20th and he bonded out the next day. $5,000 bond or some shit like that. Oh, shoot. Okay, so let's get this off of here right now. We're going to move on from the camera situation. I stick with my original feeling is that is definitely a camera, but we'll find out sooner or later, I imagine. Okay. I do have something else to talk about here. I need to read to you guys. We're going to go here. There is an article. A lot of information in it, you guys. I don't know if you've ever seen or heard this one. But you might find this interesting. You just might. Or you'll be like, I knew all this, but I didn't know any of this stuff that's in this article. I was like, holy cow. Okay. This is an older article, but I never have read it before. So why don't we do that together? Best thick toenail clipper. Blit. Okay. Wells' nightmare worsens as boys removed. Now, this is from July 30th of 2021. Hey, Dolly Bombs. Spreading love. Dave the teddy bear dog. Is this nice that you guys bomb? I got confused last time. I guess we're getting a Dolly bomb. This looks like love with bombs and hearts. Thanks, you guys. Love from Dolly Vision. This is for you, Dolly Vision.
Roberta.
Don't break my door, you fucking bitch. Right?
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Oh, crikey.
Thanks, guys. I know last time that happened. I thought that I was getting, like, spammed. Yeah, Jen Hoffa. It is. I mean, but we're always talking about true crime, so the topic is always kind of sad. So thanks for coming in and doing that, you guys. All right, so this is an article, like I said, from July the 30th, and we're going to read this. A sad situation was made sadder last week when the Beach Creek household, already missing Summer Wells, lost her 3 brothers as well. Parents Donald Wells and Candace Bly confirmed this week that the Department of Children's Services removed the 3 boys from the home last Thursday for reasons not publicly disclosed. Summer Wells, of course, is the family's 5-year-old girl who mysteriously vanished without a trace and was reported missing June 15th. Yeah, it's something positive. Right now, it's not safe. Oh, wait. This is Don. A quote from Don. Right now, it's not safe at my house. Donald Wells told the Kingsport Times News Monday. There's just too much going on and people are crazier than hell. Right now, it's just not safe at my house. There's too much going on. Too many crazy people coming around trying to start stuff. We had a few people come in the middle of the night. We had one. I don't think he'll be coming back to our house anymore, though. Wonder who that was. The investigation into the disappearance of Summer Wells by the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, the TBI, and the FBI continues. The Wells' normal way of life at 110 Ben Hill Road in Beech Creek does not. I really liked it, and then Summer got gone, Bly said of the family's scenic mountain views. Now it's just not pretty anymore. Bly, who grew up in Wisconsin, and Wells, who is from Utah, met in Fayetteville, Arkansas, before moving to Tennessee in 2009. Bly talked about the family background in an interview with the Review on July 18th. I was born in Corpus Christi, Texas, and the only reason why I ended up being raised in Wisconsin was because I was born with a hole between my heart and the 4 chambers, and they flew me up to Minnesota, Bly said. That's why all our family ended up residing up there, but my mom is from Wisconsin. I left there when I was like 19. I jumped the carnival in Pine City, Minnesota, right across the river, Bly said. Actually, I was on the carnival circuit for a long bit, so I've been to different states and stuff. My mom, she was managing a hotel.
What?
She was managing a hotel in Arkansas when I ended up in St. Louis and I got stranded there.
What?
So she came and got me, and I moved to Arkansas with her. And then I met Donnie's other family. His stepdaughters and stuff like that. And then I met him through his stepdaughters. Then we just got together, Bly said.
Creepy.
He was actually 9 months old when we moved up here, and he'll be 13 in September. Bly said of the move to Beech Creek, home to Donald's mother's family and Donald's ill mother. This was originally his mom's, Bly said, of the home and the 11-acre property. Actually, I took care of her while he went to work. She was a caregiver.
Okay!
She had MRSA. It's some kind of disease. I guess everybody has a little bit of MRSA in their bodies, but some people, it just overtakes their system. And after so many antibiotics, the antibiotics don't help no more because it's so gone.
She liked to twirl.
Because she was a Mormon, they believed in different beliefs and stuff. So they took her out of here. Her dad was a Mormon too. She was dying. She was pretty much on her deathbed, and she goes, well, one's coming into the world. She was talking about Bly's second son at the time because I was pregnant with him. And one's going out of the world. So she was pretty much saying she was on her way out, and he was on his way in. And that's how it happened, too. Wells and Bly later had one more son, and then their daughter, Summer. Now the Wells are left to wonder if they will be sending any of their 4 children off to school when Hawkins County schools begin the 21-22 academic year, August 9th. I was hoping Summer was going to get to go to that school for her first year. Bly said about Kepler Elementary, where her boys had attended until it closed for good, along with McFeeder's Bend Elementary at the end of the 2021 school year. I love that school. They were all so nice to the kids and me. The two schools were not only Hawkins County's two smallest and two oldest, they were the two closest to the Wells Beach Creek home. With the closing of Kepler, the two older boys were to move to Hawkins Elementary this year, while the two youngest Wells children were set to be attending Joseph Rogers Primary. In fact, Summer already had an outfit picked out for her first day. The one everyone has come to know that she's wearing in the last known image of her, lying against 2 gallons of milk in the back seat of her grandmother's pickup after a swim at Warriors Path State Park in Kingsport. They weren't even at the park. They were at the stables. The only outfit that I had was her brand new one. We got her to go to kindergarten. It was a suit, of course. Of course. It was a suit, of course. Pants and a sweater. I got it probably about a week before. It was still in Mom's truck. It was the only change of clothes because we did not plan on going swimming that day. Mic drop.
Cheapers.
Let's go back. Chris McDonough says, Candace, when did Shummer put on her swimsuit? Candace says she put it on before they left that day. Before they left to take Grandis to the hospital, Candace says she put Summer's swimsuit on. But now she says they didn't plan on going swimming that day. So why the fuck did she put her swimming suit on?
I don't know. He doesn't know. He does not know.
Donald said she slept in her swimsuit. What? Gross. Okay. Anyways. Totally contradicting her own story. I have a feeling that Candace, you're going to have some really shiny, nice bracelets very, very soon. Very, very soon.
That's correct.
I have so much respect for CM. I mean no disrespect at all. I just always do people's voices. Yeah, they wear swimsuits. Okay, but why would you put a swimsuit on and then say, oh, we didn't plan on going swimming? I'm sorry, it makes no sense. Grandis also said that Summer went swimming that day. She thinks at the worst. Yeah. Grandis was like, I think that's where it was. So I just figured we'll change her out and put her in these. That way she'll be warm. She won't freeze to death on the way home. What? Freeze to death? It was 80 degrees that day. 80 degrees that day. Sometime after that, the child was reported missing to police, neighbors, friends, and family. Hang on one second, you guys. Hold on. What's frozen? What are you talking about? Okay. Yeah, right, Mark Klein? She opened for babysitting. Hail to the no. Okay, here we go. Sometime after that, the child was... Okay, I read that. The impact was felt by many, including Summer's Uncle Bob, grandmother Candy's brother-in-law. Do we know who Uncle Bob is? The day he found out Summer went missing, he had to go into the hospital because he had a heart attack.
What?
Have you guys ever heard of Uncle Bob? Okay, I'm assuming no, you haven't. I loved their breakdown last night. Well, it turns out now it's Uncle Boob. It's Uncle Booby. The day he found out Summer went missing, he had to go into the hospital because he had a heart attack. Summer used to call him Uncle Booby. She couldn't say Bob, so she said Booby.
What? What? What?
Now we find out, I mean, this article is from July 30th. How did we not know that she had an Uncle Booby? Grandmother Candy left Tennessee July 18th to be with her sister Linda, whose husband Booby was recently rehospitalized. He had to go back in because they had to put a pacemaker and stuff like that in there. He quit smoking because he's on oxygen. Aunt Linda called and said she needed her help because he's getting too far. He can't even lift up or nothing or move his fingers hardly anymore. So she had to go. My Aunt Linda's like 70, so they're like up there in age. Chris McDonough and Steve Johnson. Steve J. Grandmother Candy splits time between Tennessee and Wisconsin anyway, Bly said. She's been down here off and on for about 4 years. She goes back up north because she's got grandkids up there too. So 6 months, 9 months, goes back. She leaves her camper here. She wasn't supposed to leave actually until September, but she had to go up there and help her. Her doctor's appointment is up there in October. Right after her doctor's appointment, she'll be back. Summer is the second person close to Grandmother Candy to disappear without a trace. Her daughter and Candace's sister Rosemary Bly went missing 12 years ago. According to the FBI, Bly was last seen leaving her residence in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin, don't you know, en route to Cushing, Wisconsin, a distance of only 5 miles. Have a good one, Carrie. And don't worry. Her car was recovered 5 days later in Grantsburg, Wisconsin, in a parking lot typically used by truck drivers to park their tractor trailers. This parking lot is approximately 30 miles from her residence. Candace was asked how her mother was handling the disappearance of 2 family members. Mom, she's okay. My sister's been gone for 11, 12 years now. It's hard on her. It's not at all easy. We just sit here and wonder because her story doesn't even make sense. She was on her way to meet her cousin at the bar and never made it to the bar. Her cousin? Wouldn't they have the same fucking cousin? They're sisters. And it was like 2 miles from her house. Then her car shows up about a week later in Grantsburg. No fingerprints, no nothing on it. The Polk County, Wisconsin Sheriff's Office and FBI still consider it an open case under investigation. And we did hear that on Chris McDonough last night that he said Rose's case is getting close to some answers. Let's just put it that way. Because I can't remember exactly what he said. And I don't want to misquote. Really, Brandy? Leave them alone? We're reading their own words. Don't block Brandy. Don't block her. Brandy, why are you so bent about us reading Candace's own words? Is it because they can't keep their stories straight?
She liked to twirl.
I mean, give me a break. When people come in saying leave them alone, when all we're doing is reading their own words, we're not even adding anything to the story. I need a bye, Felicia. Soundbite.
Cut his mic. It's cut his mic.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Heather. Okay, so we know these things, investigations take time, right? We know this. So, Brandy, just sit tight. Yeah, people don't want to hear the truth. It's like, we're not adding anything. They did this. They have said and done these things, not us. Thank you, Starbright Kush. So, at any rate, let's get this off of here. Where was I? So, I wanted to read that. We did the TBI update. Let me go back here. We talked about the camera. We talked about the Sherfy Jr. guy and the truck. Thank you, Damien. Thank you, Damien. Damien from The Omen. Remember that movie? Exactly, Scott H. Scott H., were you here the whole time? I really would like to know what you think of all of this at this point. Yeah, of course. I mean, if there's anything new that comes up, I mean, we're definitely going to be talking about it, but I'm not going to keep, I'm not going to go live and talk about this guy over here, this child porn uploader. His eyes just give me the chills. People like this need to stay away from little girls like this. And if you're a parent, you don't let people like this around your little girl like this. Why would you put that number in chat? What are you talking about? What number? They have a recording of Candace admitting. I don't know about that. Oh, because they're just trolling. They're just trolling. Well, I hope that this dude doesn't have nieces or nephews that have been in his care at his house. It's very scary. And his dad was a cop and in the military. So that means nothing to me anymore.
I think you've got a Ouija board down your pants, and you're going to pull that out.
Oh, okay, she wasn't trolling. I was talking about Damien and the Omen. Remember the kid had 666 on his scalp? My bad. Trolling. Damn, my ass is swollen. All right. Listen. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to. Let me double check. Oh, wait. I think I had... Oh, yeah, I do have... Okay. Here, I wanted to read this really quick. Let's read this. Okay. This is from the Rogersville Review. I'm not going to pull it up because it's on my laptop, but listen to this. This is from July 21st. So this was roughly a week before the one we just went over in the Rogersville Review. Okay. So it says, if you took her, just bring her back. You don't even have to tell me you did it. Just bring her back. Say that you found her walking. I don't care. Just bring her back. That's all I care. So pleaded Candace Wells late Sunday afternoon in regards to her 5-year-old daughter, Summer, who went missing 5 weeks ago. Seemingly vanished within 5 minutes of last being seen. I don't understand it, the child's mother said. It don't make no sense. Welcome, Chemistry Queen. Thank you for becoming a...
Roberta.
Candace recalled June 15th, the day Summer disappeared. Candace's mother, also named Candace, but who's nicknamed Candy, needed to see a doctor in Kingsport about her aching knee. We went to Gatlinburg and the boys accidentally kept tripping over her sore knee, Candace said. She had an artificial knee replaced, and if you twist it the wrong way, it pops out and it hurts real bad. And she couldn't figure out why it wouldn't stop hurting after a while, so I took her to the ER that morning. After taking Candy to Holston Valley, Candace and Summer went to visit some family friends in Kingsport. And I bet they had their picnic basket all packed and everything else. Mystic Rogue, welcome.
Roberta.
They invited me over to sit at their house while I waited for my mom to get done, so we weren't sitting in the hot truck. My lips hurt real bad. Bring me my chapstick. Did you hear that? They invited me over to their house while I waited for my mom to get done, so we weren't sitting in the hot truck.
This guy is just a nut.
Are you kidding me? Come on, girl.
The hot truck. Oh, it hasn't been introduced before? All right, I'm going to have to pull it up for receipts, for proof. We all are too reliant on damn Facebook for information, in my opinion. Here you go, Scott Skulls. It says toenail clippers for seniors. Summer Wells' mom, please. Just bring her back. This looking ass. There you go, Scott Skulls. There's your senior clippers. Okay, so we were right. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It gets worse. They invited me to sit at their house while I waited for my mom to get done, so we weren't sitting in the hot truck. So I went over there. I was sitting, and my mom called me to come get her. Adding that the 15-year-old son of her friend asked to go along. I went and picked her up, and then we drove all the way across town and dropped a prescription off. They said it'd be about 30 minutes at the most. Why did they need to drive all the way across town? Welcome back, Potato. Why'd they have to drive all the way across town to drop off a prescription? Make it make sense. I went and picked her up, and we drove all the way across town, just like she drove all the way back into the holler as far as she could go. And they said it would be about 30 minutes at the most. So we were like, well, instead of sitting here in the car where it's hot, it was baking hot. Hi, One Shot. Thank you for the Cash App donation.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Puff. Welcome to
Roberta.
Now, do you remember them saying that they were in the store for an hour at one point? I don't know if it was Hunter. Let's move this dude down. I got my eye on this dude. I don't like him. I don't like him. Scary. Scary. No, they had more than one pharmacy. There was actually a pharmacy right there, I believe, in the medical center. What if they left her in a hot car? Were they trying to cool her off on the milk? No one sleeps on cold-ass milk. Hunter said 1 hour. Candace said 5 minutes. Thank you, Tracy. Okay. So we were like, well, instead of sitting here in the car where it's hot, it was like baking hot. We'll just go to Warriors and let Summer swim for a little while. Like I said, we weren't even planning on going swimming or fishing or anything. So they went to Warriors State Park and let Summer and the boys swim in the cove just south of the park's horse stables. I figured 50 or 20 minutes in the water, you know, run a little bit of energy out instead of sitting in the truck, Candace said. One of the last videos shot of Summer before her disappearance is of her swimming in that cove. There has been much speculation on social media about what happened next. According to accounts, Summer went under the water and the boy dove in to save her. Candace said that didn't happen. In the video, Summer is seen splashing in the lake, then stands up to reveal it's only about waist deep. We know that children can drown in 1 inch of water. Oh, I will. I'll give an update. Maligator sent me a bunch of stuff. Remind me When I'm done with this, I will tell you guys about Sherfy. That boy lied on everything that happened, Candace said, because the place I was at, there were no rocks. She didn't slide on no rocks and fall in the water. She wasn't under the water for 20 seconds or more, like he said. That was just a bunch of lies he made up. I don't know why he did that. She said conflicting things to Chris M. Summer's always cold. Summer's always cold. Now she's saying it was boiling hot. Yes, Little Wing. Kim Maple, what's your question? Oh, I know, Jane Mullen. Poor Summer. There was no incident at all. That don't even make no sense why he would even say that. And the video I took is the same exact time that they were in the water playing. If Summer had fallen, she'd jump right back up. That's what don't make no sense to me at all. There's so many rumors and lies going around. None of it even makes sense. Couch police. That's what I call them. And by the way, I'm growing my hair out as long as I can grow it. After the swim, it was back across Fort Henry Drive to Walgreens. Then a quick stop at a grocery store. We went back and picked up my mom's prescription, and then we went to Priceless. I dropped off the boy after Priceless, and we come home. And then me and my mom, the boys were in watching YouTube, like they always do. My mom says, let's rearrange and plant the flowers. She goes, well, we know the boys aren't going to help us. I know Summer will. So I yelled for Summer. She was in the house with the boys. She comes out, and she was planting flowers with us. The flowers were put in planters next to Grandma Candy's camper, with Summer handling some of the tasks. She put all the rocks on top, put chaste in there, and I have no idea why this fucking word is in this article. It's supposed to be chase. If you look up the definition of that word. If you don't already know it. Why did they not go back in and edit this article? Check this out. Oops, that's not going to work. Some of you probably already know what this means. And everybody's like, oh, it's supposed to say chase. Abstaining from extramarital or from all sexual intercourse. Not having any sexual nature or intention. Without unnecessary ornamentation, simple or restrained. Kind of a weird word to use. And that was not Candace's word. I mean, it's in her quotes, but I don't know. She did all the rocks herself. We went into grandmother's after we were done. She asked Grandma for a piece of candy. Peppermint, her favorite. Grandma gave her a piece of candy. She told me she wanted to go back over with her brothers. So I literally walked her halfway between the camper and the house. I watched her go in the door, and I could see her brothers at the kitchen table. When she went in, I walked over and yelled at the boys. I said, watch Summer. I'll be right back. I've got to fix Mom's knee brace. When did Grandma take a nap? Maybe, Amy. Yep, now it's halfway. But when did Grandma take her nap? What did Grandma tell us about her nap? Let's listen to what Grandma said about her nap. Help me out, YouTubians. Let's see what Grandma Candy.
You're welcome.
Hold on. Let's see what she said about her little napsy. Well, I guess it would have. Oops, hold on. I guess Grandma Candy was, taking care of Uncle Booby and couldn't search for Summer. I'm looking for. Where is. Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. Here's Grandma Candy. Here's a little refresher from her interview the other day on WJHL. If like these detailed accounts, it's really strange because she's never spoken out, right? So we'll see. And the good thing is, Chris McDonough has a live scheduled tonight about Grandis. So hopefully, seems like every time he does something the next day, it is like there's some movement. And I hope that Candace gets some silver bracelets on Monday. So here, let's watch. I was hoping for today. Z Grandes Bly, a.k.a. Grandma Candy Sr., a.k.a. Grandma Candy the First.
We planted flowers.
Candace and I got up that morning. She came out and took me into the ER because my leg was messing up on me. And we were afraid something was wrong with my knee. I have a knee replacement. And she was worried that there was something wrong with it. And she took me into the hospital. And I ended up getting a shot for it to get rid of the pain. And they prescribed me medication to take to get the swelling down out of my knee and around my knee because it was inflamed.
Poor doggy. It's not my dog.
Then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was.
You believe
and
it was?
And then we come back and
wait.
I went in my...
Wait.
What? What?
Her facial expressions, though. Now that's creepy right there.
Creep town, dude.
We waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was.
You think?
And then we come back and I went in my camper and after we brought my groceries in for me and the boys helped with that.
Flower
and,
plant looking ass.
And of course Summer. And I laid down and went to sleep and I got...
What?
They put the groceries away and she laid down and went to sleep?
Up and I was sitting in my doorway and we come out and Candace asked me what I was doing. I said, well, we got to transplant these little cactuses into bigger pots. And we did that, and then Summer come in and had a piece of peppermint, which is her favorite, and then she went in she said, Mama, I want to go play with the boys. Candy walked her back to the house, and she asked the boys to keep an eye on her, and that's the last time I seen her.
Okay. I'm confused. Because we've been told time and time again, they got home, they unloaded all the groceries, they separated them, then they put their prospective groceries away. Then Candace said she came out and her mom was sitting there and she was like, what are you doing? Remember, Summer was upstairs playing with her toys by the boys. So Candace is outside. She says, Mom, what are you doing? And Mom says, we need to transplant these flowers today because I can't. Oh my God, my internet just went out and came back on. Weird.
Tell me,
We're back.
when you first realized that Summer was missing, what was going through your mind and what was it like here?
To be blunt, it was hell.
To be blunt, it was hell. Okay, let's go back to this now. Candace called Donald. But then again, she needed Grandis's phone to call 911 because she needed the AT&T phone. She said she went and got her mother's phone, called 911, threw it in the back of the truck, and then took off and drove as far into the holler as she could go.
We planted flowers on the side of the house.
I mean, and I apologize, I'm blunt.
Bluntville.
As everybody knows, I have a missing daughter. She's been gone for 12 years.
Everybody knows.
And all I could say is, oh God, not again. And
oh God, not again? She's so bizarre.
I couldn't do nothing but cry. And we yelled for her, and we yelled for her, and yelled for her.
Did you do anything else? You just yelled?
We could not find her. Candy was in hysterics. And
hold up. Could this have possibly been the story when they were at the swimming hole? I think it was. We yelled for her and yelled for her and yelled for her.
And all I could say is, oh God, not again. And I couldn't do nothing but cry. And we yelled for her, and we yelled for her, and yelled for her. And we could not find her. Candy was in hysterics. And we never did find her. She called 911, and she called Donnie, and we sent the boys down over the hill, and I stood in front of over by the edge there and watched them. And
okay, wait. I thought Candace sent them down the creek.
Was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them.
Wait,
and
what?
There was no sign of her.
Wait.
And that nobody would take them. And there and watched them. And was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them. And
okay, so we have two things. We have Summer getting gone from the basement, but they move all the boys' shit down there because they don't want them upstairs by themselves. And now we have them sending the boys down by the creek to look for Summer and praying to God as they stand on the edge of this cliff that nobody takes them.
What?
There was no sign of her.
Do you believe that someone took Summer, or do you believe that she wandered off? What do you believe happened?
I believe somebody took her. I know people say it doesn't happen, but it does happen. It happens in small towns. It happens in big towns. It happens in the country. And I believe somebody took her. Rose has been missing for 12 years. I miss her dearly. She's the baby of the family. I had 3 girls, and she's my baby. Yeah. Candace is my baby too, but she's
What
my
about
youngest
Jeannie?
one. Yeah.
What about Jeannie? Why isn't Jeannie the baby? Because Candace is the oldest girl, Grandis. Someone please screenshot that. That is priceless right there. Okay. So there's Grandis's story again. And we have
She liked to twirl.
Candace's.
Ashley, nobody said yikes, he hasn't come home, Ashley.
We have Candace's story up on the screen that she told to the Rogersville Review. So let's continue reading that. I watched her go in the door and I could see her brothers at the kitchen table. Hang on. When she went in, I walked over and yelled at the boys. I said, "Watch Summer. I'll be right back. I've got to fix Mom's knee brace." I was standing right there at the camper. I was over there fixing it. Literally, you can see my house from the camper door. She did not walk back out that front door. Candace estimated it took maybe 2 to 5 minutes to fix Mom's brace. When I got done, I came back in. I asked the boys, "Where's your sister?" They said, "She went downstairs to play with her toys, Mom." What's considered her toys? The movie on the Savior? Someone also said that she lost the kids before. She went downstairs to play with her toys, Mom. I said, okay. And I went and I hollered down the steps. Not to be confused with driving into the holler. I always holler for them down there. And she didn't holler back. I said, "Are you sure she's down there?" They said, "Yeah. She just went down there." So I went down there and I searched. I looked everywhere I could. Then I went through the house and I kept calling for her, yelling for her, everything. I came out here, outside, yelling for her, everything else. And she was nowhere. So I called Don because I was freaking out. Don, Summer's father, was installing drywall at a job site in Jonesboro. I said, "I can't find Summer. Get home now," Candace recalled. He was like, "Call 911. So I dropped my phone because I had to run over and get Mom's phone and dial 911 because her AT&T phone is the only one that works out here to call 911. So I called them and told them what's going on. Before the cops even came out, I went down and told my neighbors, "Summer is missing. Will you help me look?" Just in case she did wander off. But I knew in the back of my mind, she's never wandered off. She's never went nowhere without me. She'll ask me to do something before she even goes and does it. And she's scared to go in the woods herself because we've told her time and time again because of the bears and snakes. I sent the older boys down through the creek. If they've got a walkie-talkie and a buck knife, they can go down through there. But Grandis says she was watching them, hoping that no one would take them. I sent all of them searching. And I went out in my mom's truck and went all the way down by the church, then went all the way down the other way, and I didn't even see nobody out and about. Then I went all the way back into the holler, as far as the truck can go. And I didn't see nothing back in there either. When I was coming back up out the holler, the cops were coming up in my driveway. So I followed them up in here. I don't recall if Don was here before the police got here or if he was here at the same time they showed up. We searched everywhere we possibly could search. They were out here for 3 or 4 days straight, searching 5,000 square acres. They searched all this mountain terrain all the way down through here. They busted into my shed down there and destroyed it, she said. This is going to make you mad, FYI. Okay, thanks, Heather. Let me check it. I know, Scott. It's crazy. What really gets me Weird. Weird, Heather. I'll have to look into that. What really gets me is when they were searching for her, why didn't they make the neighbors let them go in their sheds and buildings and stuff? Why didn't they make them unlock it? Some people were like, no, you can't search my property. Why would you do that? There's a missing kid. Why would you not let them search? It just don't make no sense, said Candace, who grew frustrated at times with the searchers. You're welcome, G Crime. Thanks for being here. Do we even know for a fact that people said no? Or is that just from her? They looked in every vehicle I had, underneath every vehicle I had. They opened that tote right there, and all it's got in it is a bunch of crafts and stuff. You couldn't even fit nobody in that if you wanted to. Hey, Amanda. They opened that like 7 times. They even went so small to look in my mom's sewer tank of her camper. That's holes like an inch diameter circle. Candace gestured with her thumb and index finger. How do you get that 4-foot baby in that hole? She said. Candace said she thought the police canines would have had better success if she had been notified to corral the family's 8 dogs. Thank you, Shirley. They just done some stupid underhand stuff. When they brought the cadaver dogs up, why didn't they warn me ahead of time to find a place for these dogs to go? They just brought them up. Oh, you got dogs? You guys already knew I had dogs. That didn't pan out because you've got these 8 adult dogs wanting to smell all these new dogs you just brought up on my property. So that's going to mess up the cadaver dogs because it's not going to know which way to go, Candace said.
What?
Now she's an expert on cadaver dogs and what they were doing. You guys, this is an interview from July 21st. Ish. Summer's mother also expressed frustration with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
What?
I can't say what enough. TBI kept questioning me. Can someone come here and pick my jaw up off the floor?
We better sign.
TBI kept questioning me. They asked me the same thing, wanted me to run through my whole timeline of my day. Remember Don told me? We had to go home because there were so many holes in her story. We had to fill them holes. TBI told us to fill them holes and come back. They did that like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, you guys don't get it. If I was going to lie, I would have to think about it. It just comes out. I don't have to sit here and think about what I did. I know what I did. I just spit it out to you 20,000 times, Candace said. A liar has to think up something. I passed my polygraph test and everybody's like, oh, you failed. Who's everybody?
Creep town, dude.
No, I didn't fail. The first time I didn't, they couldn't really do it with me because they threw me in the back of a squad car like I did something wrong and hauled me up there. I was already distressed over Summer being missing, and then they did that to me. So that just made more fuel to the fire, and it made me more upset. So by the time I got there, I was crying and shaking and just couldn't do it, Candace said. AKA, she dropped dirty. So they told me they'll give me a few days to calm down and get some sleep. Stay off your phone. Because that's the worst thing you can do is be on your phone. And so I did that. And then I passed. It's not like I failed anything. People are like, oh, she failed. No, I didn't fail. The only people that had to do it were me, Donnie, and Mom. And they're still not ruled out. Everyone is still a suspect. Explain that, Candace. Make it make sense. She can't make it make sense. Because she screwed the timeline up. All 3 of us passed. They took the boys to a different place, someplace over by Greenville somewhere, a child advocate or something like that. Talked to the boys. The boys pretty much told them exactly what I told them, and I didn't even talk to the boys. But really all the boys had to do was recall Summer coming in the house and going downstairs. Because they got so hooked on watching YouTube. They watch Minecraft videos on YouTube. I'm like, don't you guys ever get bored with that? They took my TV because it's hooked up to my Wi-Fi. Like they're going to find something on my TV. What could possibly be on her TV? We have no proof that they passed. I don't think that's TBI has ever said that. And anyways, they're not even admissible in court. So they could tell them they passed so they can watch them and then screw up. I feel like those polygraphs are used for more than just, oh, hey, a straight, did you lie, did you not lie? They're not going to find anything on my TV. What if we had a webcam hooked up to it?
Okay!
It's like they're digging for nothing. They're grasping at straws and not really trying. Everything that they did to me was backwards. They didn't shut down none of the roads until the next day. Really? Remember Don said the road was bottlenecked and he couldn't get out? He wanted to go talk to all the drug dealers and sexual offenders in the area that night. But I couldn't get out.
Don't break my door, you fucking bitch.
I mean, anybody could have been in and out of here, gone by the time they got down here. Takes them a good 40 minutes to get from Rogersville out here. She said, adding that there had been any recent contact from law enforcement. These people need to really spell check Chastain and this. So that could change the whole meaning of the whole sentence. Adding that there had been any recent or hadn't been. So I'm assuming it's hadn't based on the next sentence. I haven't even spoke to them in like 2 weeks. You think they'd at least tell me, update me on something. But they don't even update me on nothing. I asked them to go check all these barns and sheds that have been on here for years that anybody could be in. I tried to get them to go check out this guy that was trying to camp out here and try to take over my neighbor's property. They were like, oh yeah, we checked him out. It's like they don't really care if they find her or not. That's what it seems to me because we're poor, I guess. I guess if we had lots of money, they'd do better work, I guess. That's the way I look at it. Wow. I don't know. For some reason, TBI don't believe that she was abducted. That's what don't make sense to me. Because she's not here. She don't just disappear. I mean, I've seen movies where people just start vanishing off Earth, but you know them are so fake. But somebody had to have taken her. That's the only conclusion I could come to. She had to have either somebody snuck in the basement or she walked out the back. She'll never come out the basement and walk around the house to her swing. Or she'll come out the basement and walk around the house to her swing. She always did that. She's never wandered ever away from here. She's never went out of this yard at all. Neither the basement door or the lower half of the driveway loop is visible from the area between Candy's camper and the Wells home. The slope of the hill is too great and blocks the view. To compound matters, although there are 8 dogs on the property, they don't bark much. Candace was asked if they were good watchdogs. Hell no, she replied. They're lazy. Anybody that came up here, they could have took her, could have fed the dogs down there, lower part of the yard. These dogs are so friendly and love everybody, they don't know strangers. Indeed, contrary to expectations, the dogs greeted this reporter like a known friend and hardly barked during the hour plus on the property. As the hours tick by and more days pass, Candace can only wonder. Everything goes through my mind, she said. You go about the what ifs. What if you did this? What if you did that? There's just all kinds of crap that goes through your mind. I didn't even know how close that we even lived to these freaking sex offender people. There's literally one that could walk to my house in 8 minutes. I didn't even know they existed this close to my house. She said 8 minutes to Chris, too. $8 away. He could walk to my house in 8 minutes. He could just be right in my yard in 8 minutes. I don't believe anybody anymore. I've gotten to the point where I can't trust nobody because everybody I talk to either twists my words around or they do something. They put out more lies. And it's making it worse and harder on TBI to even find her. Candace said, adding that the stress is affecting her 3 sons as well. I won't let these boys outside if I'm not there. I try to take them out of here so they can get their mind off of it. In the summer, that's all I do with the kids because it's summertime. They're not at school. So here's a chance when they're not at school, they get to enjoy themselves. When we go, I smile for the kids, but I'm having no fun. I'll get in the water with them, but that don't mean I'm having fun. Candace said of the constant knowledge that summer is missing. If you look at all the pictures, she was always smiling. They're always happy kids. I mean, they'll get into fights because that's what brothers do. But other than that, they're always happy no matter what they're doing. Wyatt tells me, Mom, I feel like if I would have went downstairs and played with Summer when she asked, she'd still be here. I said, you can't blame yourself, son. I said, nobody knows what the next day is going to hold. If you look at all the pictures, she was always smiling. Oh, I read that. They smiled to put on a good show, but other than that, I know they're really upset. They ask me every day, is Summer coming home today? I can't answer that. I don't know. I find myself sitting out here until midnight. Another spelling error. I find myself sitting out her until midnight or 1 o'clock at night, just hoping that maybe whoever took her or whatever happened, that she'll come wandering back up the driveway to us. And that's it. You guys can go and read this for yourselves. I will actually, put that link in chat. And then let me see what I got sent on this Sherfy character. This is Donald Sherfy Jr. That's who we're talking about right now. Is him. All right, let's see what we got here on him. It looks like he has a hearing on April the 7th at 9 a.m. He was granted a continuance in October and another continuance in January. So he has not yet been arraigned, Donald Sherfy Jr. He was let out on a surety bond of $10,000, and he is out on bond right now. Yikes. This guy had... Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thousands of images. And then he has 4 charges of aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. And then he's charged with all the images. Donald Wayne Sherfy Jr. You see him on your screen. His dad lives across the street or has a girlfriend across the street. And this dude, his brother, happens to own a red Toyota Tacoma that was taken out of the state June 21st of 2021 and registered in the state of Kentucky. And that is right here. This is Donald Sherfy Jr. He was caught with numerous thousands of pornographic images on his computer that he was uploading. And he has a hearing on April the 7th, and we are definitely going to watch this. We're going to watch out for results in this. His brother that owns the red truck is at the same address that is listed in the arrest info. Happy, I saw someone else say that. Yeah. Kind of weird. I don't know if it's just the area or... people start to look alike. I'm not sure, you guys. So no, April 7th. April 7th. And this is what Grandis thinks of him. Yikes, Ashley. I can't believe they even let someone like this out on bond. That's disturbing to me. Was he ever at the Wells? We don't know. We don't know. His dad actually dates the chick across the street, so. But this dude's brother right here, this guy, his brother owns a red Toyota Tacoma. I'm going to say it one more time for those in the back. He owns a red Toyota Tacoma that was unregistered in the state of Tennessee on June 21st, and it was re-registered on that day in Kentucky. So I'm going to play one more little clip just as a refresher if you're just joining. I'm going to play this clip of David Dodson on Unmasked. And this is what he was told. And this is on July the 9th. So this is, or 8th. This is very early on. This is when things were just happening. And this is what David Dodson said. Take a listen.
And on our website, and remember, you can remain anonymous.
Red truck that everyone keeps talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
Do they know who it belongs to? I keep seeing there's a guy missing. It's the neighbors. It's someone else's. Can you clarify on the red truck?
What I can share with you, and this is what Summer's parents shared with me. They and please forgive me, I can't remember the time frame. It might have been last week, but they did find a red pickup matching that description, and it was in a different county. And when they, of course, the license plates had been removed, and Summer's dad and mom both told me that when they ran the VIN number, it came back to one of their neighbors, and that's the last I heard of it.
Actually,
And
nobody said
I asked Don, who is Summer's dad, if they had heard anything else from the sheriff's department, and they had not. So I don't know if it's I don't know where that lead or what happened to that, but I do know that what Don and Candace told me is that the red truck was found, or a red truck was found, and the VIN number did match one of their neighbors.
Now, is the neighbor still around? Did they talk to the neighbor that the red truck belonged to?
Summer's father told me that the law enforcement was going to be speaking to the neighbor, and that was the last that I had heard from them concerning the red truck.
Okay, so we're gonna leave that tip up and make sure that you guys still see a truck with the ladder bed and the white buckets in the back. You guys still make sure that that's something that you guys are keeping an eye out on, because I don't want to, in case it's not the right truck, I just want to make sure we're still looking until we hear otherwise.
Yeah, right, and please continue to look.
And authorities are still looking for a potential witness that was driving a red or maroon Toyota truck with a full bed ladder rack. That truck was seen in the area around the time Summer disappeared. Now, Don says he's concerned that truck is no longer in the area or could have been altered.
They've had plenty of time to change everything, a lot of things, get rid of the truck, change up the appearance of it, or, all you have to do is take the ladder rack off or whatever, and, it don't take much.
A private investigation company is also now assisting.
They're there for us. They're good people. They're just wanting to help find Summer, and that's their number one goal.
Dawn's.
All right, so there you go, guys. Oh, there is the lowdown on the red truck, and I think we should keep an eye on this guy's hearing. TT, you didn't know that was David's flute? It is crazy, June Mullins. I know. It is. But of course, share this out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you watch it again, if you're watching the replay, #replay, let me know what you guys think. I definitely think there's so many shady people around here that we just don't know what to think. But definitely someone who's that close, we definitely need to keep an eye on. So I want to thank you guys again for being here. Angie B, I would love some macaroni salad. G Crime, yes, there are private investigators that have been working on the case. From what I understand, I think that's been talked about for a while now. So thank you, Kim Maple Syrup. Thank you, Happy. You guys take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow, I am going to replay all of my Summer Wells playlist. You guys can go back and listen from the beginning of all the coverage that I've done. I'm going to have it just play back to back. It's going to be an all-day stream. So I hope you guys will tune in for that. So it's going to be Tuesday. I don't know. We'll have to come up with a name. I don't know. I don't know. He does not know. It's going to be, I don't know, Tuesday. But we'll figure out something. So tomorrow, you'll be able to check out all of my coverage in order. I think it's good to go back. I think we might hear and see things that we didn't see before. So you guys have a great day. Yes. And Uncle Booby, we hope that your heart is healing up. Now, wait, before we go, we have to do this. Dance it out.
Dance it out. Shut up, Cher. Shut up, Cher. Shut up, Cher.
Apparently, Cher has some Shut Up Cher merch. You guys need to check that out. I need a Shut Up Cher shirt, so I need to go check out her merch store. And happy birthday tomorrow, Audrey. Hope you have a great one.
Roberta.
And everybody take care. Have a great day and enjoy the outro. Justice for Summer Wells.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
Roberta.
Ashley, nobody said yikes, he hasn't come home, Ashley.
Do you like to twirl?
So let me have a little fun, would you please?
You wanna be with me. You wanna feel the real
dude.
Differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about doing it. I know shit, singing by the pool, sipping on
Do you like to
coke.
twirl?